Just finishing up a little bit here. We've had so many applicants, but I want to thank you for coming in. I see you brought a wrench with you. Can you tell me a little bit about what that's for?
Yes, ma'am. This here is my lucky wrench. I take it everywhere I go, and it ain't let me down yet.
I see. That is interesting. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. How long have you been a plumber?
I've been a plumber most of my life. I started out young with my daddy, and he taught me everything I know.
Well, sounds like you had a good teacher.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most enjoyable part of your work?
I would have to say the most enjoyable part is people's faces after I get done fixing their problem. I show up and they are just distraught and they don't know what to do, and then I pull out my bag of tricks and voila, all better, and their look on that face is priceless.
Seems like you take a lot of pride in what you do.
Yes, ma'am, I sure do. I sure do.
Do you work well with others, or do you prefer to work by yourself?
I tend to work by myself. I can work with my daddy pretty good, but I get along with people. I just have my way of doing things.
Okay. Tell me, what are 3 ways you would use a plunger?
Well, first, the obvious reason is plunge toilets. Second, you could decorate it. A lot of them little old ladies have theirs decorated. They look real nice. And then you could use it as a wiffle ball bat.
A wiffle ball bat?
Yes, ma'am, a wiffle ball bat. I tried it a few times. It works pretty good.
Well, sounds like an interesting use of a plunger. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, but I'm going to have to call you back. I'll let you know. I'm going into an interview right now. Okay, I'll let you know. All right, thanks. Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
I saw on the door outside that your last name is Smith. I wanted to ask you, are you related to Dina Smith?
Well, I actually am.
Oh my gosh, I play trivia night every month with her. It's a small world. Wow, it really is. Do you go to trivia?
I really don't. I'm usually working too late for that sort of thing. But we can go ahead and get started on that.
Speaking of work, I also wanted to let you know how excited I am to be here. I've heard so many great things about this company from so many different people. My friend Shelly has been trying to get me to work here for forever. And the day that my other friend Elise told me that there was an opening, my other friend Sharon tweeted an Instagram pic of the office building. Same day.
Same day.
It was a sign.
I see. Well, can you tell me what would make you the best candidate for this job?
Well, I'm a people person. I'm really comfortable in any kind of scenario with people. One-on-one, calling, emailing, texting, Skyping. I mean, pretty much anything.
I see.
I mean, I'm passionate about people, really. Working with people, helping people, communicating with people, obviously. I just love people.
Well, I've got your resume here, so that covers the rest of it. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yes. Are you on Facebook?
I'll have to get back to you on that one. But it was nice having you, and thanks for coming in today. I'll take a look over your resume.
Okay. Just one more thing, if you don't mind. Smile. Selfies. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm so pleased to have you here for this interview. Tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in working for our company.
I've always been interested in working for a company such as yours with a history of stability and a proven record of success. You have very little turnover in your company, and I want to start out with one of my first jobs in a type of place where I know I could stay until retirement.
Well, we do have a record of being a very stable employer. Our last employee did leave, though, because some work can get a bit monotonous. Does that bother you?
Oh no, I love repetition. We live in a very crazy, confusing world. I'm a person who appreciates order, routine, and repetition. Who wants change? In my world, change is just for the Coke machine.
Okay. Well, even though so much of it is just repetitive day to day, there is a certain amount of uncertainty. We don't ever quite know what the day will bring.
Well, that's okay. I like to bring a sense of calm to whatever situation I'm involved with. I've coined a little phrase whenever I find myself in one of those crazy, confusing situations. I say, keep calm and carry on.
Wow, I like the phrase. How are you with filing?
Oh, in my last job, I loved it when my boss would give me filing. Nothing gives me more joy than bringing order to where before there was only chaos. Counting money, balancing the books, I love it. I love searching for that missing penny at the end of the day. And if I can't find it, I'll just go out to the parking lot and find one so that it all can be perfect.
Okay. I always say there's a time and place for everything. We've had some issues with our employees picking inappropriate times and places outside of work to do things. We've got some old-fashioned customers. How do you feel about ensuring your conduct during your off hours is reflective of our company values?
Oh, I am in complete control of myself at all times. These lips do not drink, smoke, gossip, or curse. Mostly in my spare time, I just visit nursing homes and bake apple pie.
Okay, I love pie. How about operating a switchboard? Are you good with customers on the telephone?
Actually, answering telephones is one of my favorite things to do and one of my greatest skills. I can actually answer a multi-line switchboard. People are delightfully surprised when a human being answers the phone instead of a robot, and it means a lot to me to be able to make their day special in that way.
It's a great answer. You sound like a great candidate for a company. I have one more question to ask you. Have you ever heard of John Holland?
John Holland, the vocational theorist? Why, yes, he's actually my hero. That is why it is so very important to me to find a job that matches my practical, well-controlled, sociable, and rather conservative personality, because I am such a believer in his theoretical leanings. Fun fact, there are more than 500 studies on his typology.
Well, that is a fun fact. Clearly you're knowledgeable and the best candidate we've had thus far. So congratulations, you got the job.